What's up guys, welcome in this Konrad Men's vlog guys. Today we're gonna talk about new release, that is A7V. Well, I wanna record a video about this because I am the user and owner of previous generation of those cameras, this lineup, and I have a few thoughts. I have a few thoughts about this A7V. In my opinion, the whole specification around this A7V, this what A7V has. Actually, some of the things, some of the features in this A7V should be released with A7 IV. So, especially the things that we had before, and it shouldn't be really so problematic. We had to really wait 4 or 5 years, 4 years for release of A7V, and the things like stabilization, A-stop stabilization, articulated screen or monitor, however you want to call it, 4K 60 on crop, those three things easily should be included with A7 IV in my opinion, and that's why this A7 IV was a nice release, but it wasn't like something spectacular like we have with A7 III and overall this whole lineup, right? With A7V we also have a plenty of you know, average opinion. Some people have hype, so they go with A7V no matter what, but some people I see, they just, you know, open the popcorn and just watching what's gonna happen, because, well, some people try to force other ones that, you know, A7V is something spectacular, something big, but let's clear things up with the whole a lineup of this A7 III, 4, 5 and previous generation. So this whole lineup, how Sony advertised it and how we used to approach to this this lineup is that Sony should release something magnificent with each of this generation of this camera. And I think that from A7 III we actually, you know, lacking with this, because other brands literally release things that are really major. I know that Sony is like a stable brand, but I wish I can have something bigger, something bolder. It should be like a wow factor with this camera, like something like, wow, really they added to this camera, we are all happy about this, and you know, this is like shocking the world. And only one word that I had is when I saw the price. This is like $1,000 rise right now. A7 IV, we have a discount on it, but I think this is gonna stay this way, and A7V is $1,000 more expensive. For the future that really, this what I mentioned before, should be included with A7 IV. I do understand that we have a new sensor, we have a new processor, but the most important is this what we are getting from this camera. We don't care really about the whole like a process of creation really, but we have to look of this what we are really getting from this camera. So as I mentioned before, sensor, new one, partially stacked sensor. I don't know how much partially it's stacked, so 20-30%, this is what they estimated when I was researching the web. 33 megapixel previous generation, and this one it's fine, it's okay in my opinion. Is really enough. You can crop it, do whatever you want with the image, really okay. We don't need more, so I don't care if Sony A7 V or 6 will release more megapixel. 33 in my opinion is a really sweet spot. So with the stabilization, this is something that I don't understand, and I don't know really that this is the part of the sensor partially stacked or something, but like 7.5 stops in the middle and 6.5 is in the corner. So I'm just thinking, because we had like a conversation with guys on the chat. This is like a, you know, camera guys, smarter one, not like average guy who doesn't know anything, just, you know, smarter people who are talking, and we were like thinking how it's gonna behave. I think we're gonna have to wait and see how this sensor gonna perform in like a long run, because in my opinion, like 7.5 here and 6.5 here, so this is going to be more stable than this, so this is going to be wobbly, right? Well, I don't know, we're gonna see. This is actually whoa, but whoa in what direction? Is going to be a positive or negative? We're gonna have to see this, because it is a little bit weird in my opinion. Next thing is a screen. Back screen is sharper right now, a little bit, this is what I know, bigger, and definitely twice sharper, so that's nice, but you know, it's still small, it's still very small. Yeah, what else do we have? We have a better continuous shooting, really. So this is the biggest improvement here in my opinion, and a little bit weird also. A7V is like a sweet spot for all of us, for photographers, filmmakers, everything. It has like this sweet spot kind of, right? All good, I get it, but if you release something like this, and for example we have a continuous, the biggest wow here, like a really something that stand out here is the FPS, so continuous shooting big jump from 10 to 30. This is magnificent. This big improvement that actually matter. It's like for wildlife photographers and sport photographers. And so this is like a 0.5% of all of these customers. What about the rest? Okay, we have the stabilization, but we don't really know what's gonna happen. 4K uncropped. The monitor, okay, I would prefer the bigger one like ZR has. So I don't think they like satisfy all of us. They satisfy some part of the people, and like 90 few percent at least, they just, you know, they let them down. I think I feel let down. It's that, you know, we are expecting something bolder, something bigger, something fresh, something new. We really need that because Sony, maybe I don't want to call myself a fanboy, but I like you, and we are fanboys. So with this camera, the biggest upgrade really is this jump from 10 to 30 FPS frame per second, continuous shooting, the AI detection for animals and insects, but this is really for like a 0.5% of your customers. What about the rest? What about me? What about this 99% of the people that are waiting for something big? Also, we have like a lot of feedback from guys that they have like a third-party lenses jumping from A7 IV to A7 V, and they are saying that, wait, this lens doesn't work. Sony is like, you know what, those are not our lenses, so we don't really care. So you know, this is really problematic for me. And now is the like a part for me that really hurts me the most, because, you know, other brands, like I'm gonna take like a one camera that was recently released, and it's gonna be Nikon ZR. For $2,200 they include literally everything in this camera. If you are a fanboy here right now, you don't want to listen this, but for $1,000 less, you get 4-inch like a screen. You get 32-bit float, you get 6K raw recording, 8 stabilization. So I don't know, Sony is lagging here. Sony is lagging here badly, like really badly. I don't know what to tell you. I want to like summarize it, but I want to summarize it in a way that it's gonna be kind of fair for Sony, but I don't know how to do this really. I don't really know how to do this, because if Sony will keep the price, they release something new and they keep the price, or, you know, add a little bit more of this price, because I know they had to work on a sensor, processor, but it's just part of their job. If we can buy right now A7 IV for $2,100, $2,200, and they will release A7 V for $2,300 to $2,400. I'm talking about just body. Then this would be something. This would be something interesting, even for me, because then maybe if I will have A7 IV, I not necessarily will think about A7 V. But if you will jump from other brand, or you wanna buy new camera, you can definitely go with A7 V, and it's cool. It's great camera. But in this, what is happening, like $1,000 rise of A7 V, I think it's absolute ridiculous. In my opinion, let them sink. Let's sink this A7 V. Let's wait. Maybe if Sony had a problem with you know, selling A7 V, and for example FX3, they're gonna probably release very quickly A7 VI. We're not gonna have to wait. They're gonna probably release something way faster, because they wanna sell. And if you're gonna buy the A7 V, they're gonna still think, hey, we have a, you know, demand, so let's do another little upgrade. My opinion is, if you don't really need this 30 FPS, if you don't really need this 4K uncropped, you know, it is not necessary anything to go with the A7 V. You know, you just, if you are fresh, just go with A7 IV, and for the difference of $1,000 you can buy like two good lenses. You can buy Tamron 50mm f1.8, so it is just, you know, nice set already, when, you know, with the A7 V you're gonna have better camera. So this is my opinion. This is not the best release. I did expect a little bit more from Sony, and well, we are lacking here. we stuck. This hype that I have about you know, this lineup is over. It's definitely over, and definitely my hype go over to Nikon and Nikon ZR. It is like camera I'm looking at all the time, and I think a lot of Sony guys are looking this direction too. So they didn't deliver with A7 V to all of us. They delivered to small part of people. So maybe this really should be called A7 IV Rev 2. but I really did expect a little bit more from Sony, like a bold release, you know, something fresh, something strong, something that will mess with the, you know, old brands. But we don't have it. We don't have it. Let me know in the comment what do you think. Like and subscribe. Stay with me. Links down below to all equipment I recommend. And I hope I'm gonna see you in the next one. See ya.